і українці.
Guidance from General Milley.
Искусственный интеллект и нейросети. Спасибо.
There are several events around the world that alludes to the deepfake phenomenon that seems to thrive on fear and confusion. It might be useful to look at different classes of media that has been synthetically generated and some famous events of deception around the world. Shallow fakes or cheap fakes. Multimedia that has been manipulated using techniques that do not involve machine deep learning, but are in many cases still as effective as the more technically sophisticated techniques, thus called cheap fakes or shallow fakes, and mostly generated through the manipulation of an original message conveyed in real media. Some examples of this include selectively copying and pasting content from an original scene to remove an object in an image and thereby change the story. The slowing down of a video by adding repeat frames to make it sound like an individual is intoxicated.
To give this president the opportunity to do something historic for our country. We want to give this president the opportunity to do something historic for our country.
First coined by Sam Gregory at the human rights organization Witness, shallow fakes are videos that are either presented out of context or are doctored with simple editing tools to combine audio clips from a different source and replacing the audio on a video to change the story. These are media that have either been created fully synthetic or edited partially synthetic using some form of machine deep learning, artificial intelligence. Some well-known examples include, in 2022, LinkedIn experienced a huge surge in deepfake images for profile pictures. In May 2023, an AI-generated scene that is the product of AI hallucination, made up information that may seem plausible but is not true, depicted an explosion near the Pentagon and was shared around the internet, causing general confusion and turmoil on the stock market. A deepfake video showed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky telling his country to surrender to Russia.
І українці. Шановні захисники. Бути президентом виявилося не так вже й легко.
While many Russian TV channels and radio stations were hacked, and a purported deepfake video of Russian President Vladimir Putin was aired claiming he was enacting martial law due to Ukrainians invading Russia. Another example of technology being developed in video is text-to-video diffusion models, which are fully synthetic videos developed by AI.
$1 billion fundraising at a $22 billion valuation is a heartening sign for India's startup story.
In 2019, deepfake audio. Yes, audio can be deepfaked too.
Liquidations occur when an exchange forcefully closes a trader's leveraged position due to a partial or total loss of the trader's initial margin.
With voice skins or voice clones of public figures like celebrities and political leaders, was used to steal $243,000 from a UK company.
I were to tell you that I am not even a human being.
And, more recently, there has been a massive increase in personalized AI scams given the release of sophisticated and highly trained AI voice cloning models. Openly accessible large language models, LLMs, are now being used to generate the text for phishing emails. Computer-generated imagery, CGI. CGI is the use of computer graphics to create or improve visual media. These methods have been the go-to visual effect for most major movies, but now that generative AI techniques are improving rapidly, becoming accessible and usable, both technologies are being used together to produce even more convincing fakes. India, heading on its Vishwa Guru journey with the largest and youngest population, coupled with the fastest-growing economy, has much to be concerned about regarding the digital weapon of mass disruption. Here in India, perhaps the biggest fallout of deepfake AI will be felt in politics, where it is increasingly used in the dissemination of misinformation about political candidates and the release of false statements from leaders. Watch our next video on the potential threats of deepfake politics.